Hey everyone, no respawns here. Hope you are doing well. So in this video, we'll be making what was originally going to be a chem shack, now is actually a full chemist or a clinic in Sanctuary. I am actually rebuilding and kind of re-recording my building section of this video because it changed so much while I was then streaming it that I decided to be like, right, I keep mentioning it's a chem shack when it's not a chem shack, for example. It's actually a full clinic. It's still got a chem shack in it though. I've deliberately put some bits down just so I don't have to spend ages aligning them, but you've got walls, floor, half floor, longer half floor, that then causes this to snap, so it's kind of an odd number. And then we're going to put the platforms in afterwards. For the sake of speed, I might actually sort of slightly... can you? Oh, that's it, yeah. If I can get... Oh, now you're going in there. Now you're going in there. There we go, thank you. And I remember correctly, I put plywood over that bit. So what I like about this, and you're going to see in a bit, and I'm quite pleased I've done now, actually. So for context, I had to restart my entire run on this because of the fact that a couple of my crops properly bugged out. I think so few of you remember. The annoying thing is, it means that I've rebuilt all the structures. This was like a good month ago now, actually. But like all the stuff that I decorated like at the start of the year is completely undecorated, and it makes me very sad. So with this one, I wanted to make sure it was like fully decorated, and there was no like missing bits or anything like that. Because and it looks really cool. I finished decorating it in the recent stream, and it just looks awesome. Really, really cool. For those who don't know, I actually kind of hate decorating because it takes so long. Oh, it takes so long. Right, let's pillar glitch that one in because it's being a bit of a knob. Where is my pillar? Alright, I've hidden it away. I'll try and be as swift as possible because basically there are a few bits in this that are abnormal with how I built the structure. Specifically how I did the upper floor area. I just want to quickly show you that, but I'll quickly just show you like... Why are you not coming in? That's so bizarre. Alright, it's going to get a different wall there. Because that is a different... there's a different wall. I don't know where it's not going in. So we'll just do a random home custom one instead. But it will look a little bit different in the end result. I don't know why this is being all finicky. I won't question it. Sometimes the builds do be like that sometimes. I blame Todd Howard, to be honest. If in doubt, blame Todd Howard. You bastard. You bastard, Todd. Alright. You and your glorious hair. Right, okay, so we'll do the front. I'm going to pop these here. I did custom build these side walls a little bit with plywood and stuff, but just for the sake of this, I'm just going to sort of plop the holes up. Indulge me this slightly laziness so I can kind of get to the good bit, basically. I actually realised that didn't go that far. The reason being, you'll see in a minute how we do the top. What I like about this, while I was decorating it on stream, I had an idea, because I had the clinic downstairs, but I kind of like the idea of having loads of farms everywhere, and like a kind of a common thing of like urban sprawl in like, kind of... that kind of favela areas or basically kind of shanty town things is they basically use rooftops. And urban, actually to be fair, like in lots of urban environments, they'll turn like the rooftops into like vegetable areas and for growing crops. And that's what I'm going to sort of do with this. So every house is going to have a little kind of upstairs growing area. Right, I'm not going to spend ages plugging that hole, but we do normally plug that hole. We're going to go straight in to the upstairs because that's the part that's structurally different. And I'm going to put a staircase and I'll put it this way. I had to record this again because I actually forgot how I did something completely. I was like, how did I do that again? Not the way I'd done it in my first attempt at this video. I forgot, and it's funny, like I was like literally just staring at the stairs and then proceeding to forget how it was done. Now this is how it's done. Mind like a bloody sieve. Let's do the ramp first, shall we? So I built this cute little, very cute is the word I would use, little custom staircase using plywood. Because I can't be bothered to do things easily anymore. I have to make myself suffer. because suffering is funny. So we're going to basically build this. It's going to be a little bit longer. And then we're going to get some wood. We're basically going to make like a little bit of a platform. We are fully not expecting the NPCs to walk up these. This isn't that kind of operation, okay? You know, if they want to walk up, they'll have to teleport. Considering they can just magically teleport themselves on roofs, I'm sure they'll be fine getting up here once in a while. I do think I may have put the platforms underneath, but whatever. We'll do it this way. Why are we doing this like you asked? Because it's cool, basically. Because it's cool. Sort of. It's ever so slightly a scruffier version, because I'm just showing you the process. I'm well aware, and it has been pointed out, that sometimes I do obsessively align stuff in my videos that maybe I don't need to do for the sake of showing you what I do, but like if I removed all the parts where I'm like, that, see what I'm doing right now? Well, like that bit's not straight, I'm going to redo that, and then I realise you guys have just spent 20 minutes watching me rearrange some walls. Some of you like that though, I do it all the time in the streams. I am so sorry for the people in the streams. Right, okay. MAU. I do, and I mention this periodically in my videos, people are probably sick of it, but the reason why all the bushes and stuff are back is because they are technically removed on my save, but they interfere with the scrap.that settlement glitch. I'm sorry, the scrap.that settlement glitch rather interferes with this pillar glitch here. So what I tend to do is I'll do all the glitching, and then I will actually remove it. That's not straight, sorry, that's actually, I don't think I need two of them actually. Just so that way, because basically you can't put the pillar in the ground. It's just the way that the mod, it's not their fault, it's every scrapping mod works that way. They have to make items selectable, it means that your pillar glitch isn't working. And I'm well aware a lot of you get really sick of me mentioning that nearly every video, but like, every single video there's someone who didn't know. So it's cool. Right, so we're going to put some pillars. It's quite fun, like you can really do some good stuff with these little garage areas. Garage, as you say in North America. We say garage because, I don't know why actually. Who knows? Boom, 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 boom. Because we're British, innit? Innit? I don't know. I'm recording this late, by the way, so please excuse my slightly squiffier than normal brain. Spicy brain, if you will. Right, I just love making random shit. This is why I like Warhammer as well, and kit bashing. Just give me a load of stuff to like mash. I'm basically an orc. I'm an orc. Probably more of a goblin, to be fair, because I'm quite short, but you know, I like mushing things together to make something functional. Right, okay, so platform done, mostly correctly. So let's show you the roof. Roof. Boom, 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 boom. So basically the problem with here is, right, is that pokes through floors, but also its collision is such that it sort of messes with things. Where's my floor? So I'll actually just quickly show you. So if I try and put the floor down, it sort of floats, and then if you try and snap it in, it like won't snap in. It's a pain in the ass. So what we do is we're actually using that as a platform there, and we're going to make a little custom floor using So we're in unlock 7 objects, USO integrated, decorations, floor coverings, floor textures, and then you've got these retextured ones. Now, the pattern will be slightly different because I haven't memorized the exact pattern of the floor, but for the sake of speed, I'll show you just what I do, and then you can choose whatever pattern that you like. I'm probably going to do this with all of these garages as well. Well, okay, all of them. That one. I think there's one more, isn't there? No, it's just that one. Okay, so I'll do it with that one as well, just because it looks really good. But basically, we've got... And I might have gone by it. Have I gone by it? I wasn't paying attention. Well, I was gibbering away. No, I haven't. Among other things, we've got some corrugated steel, similar to the the Diamond City stuff. Now, the only thing with these is they're invisible underneath. So, and I won't show it in this video because it'll take ages, but once I put these down, I put loads of ages putting plywood and railings, so it basically hides the fact that you can technically see underneath. But we're going to basically make, and I'll make a kind of quicker version of it just for the sake of showing you just the process, because you don't need me to show you every single step. You're clever-ish, mostly, sort of. I really, really like this kind of like rusty green look. It just, I don't know why, it tickles a part of my brain. Yeah, I know that sounds a bit weird, but whatevs. Okay. Also, my stomach's rumbling. I'm really hoping you can't hear that. Sorry, guys. I have not fed in a while. I forgot to eat. Okay. Cool, right. Okie dokie. I don't need to do that at all. I was going to pillar glitch it. I'm going to put it on there like that. I'm going to put you on there like that. I'm going to bring you a bit further over to the side, probably, I would think. Lovely. Do you have a little bit of it poking through the floor? Like a very minuscule, but it's kind of like, for me, I would say acceptably amount. And then it's much more sheer to the side, and improve it back a little bit. And as you can see, you do obviously have, you can see, but we're going to cover that up a bit. I'll just kind of vaguely show you what I did, and then I'll show you the finished tour. But ostensibly this is it, and it gives you a floor to work with, and like there's a bit of poke, I think maybe when I move that around. Okay, it's gone now, nice. It gives you something to work with, and we actually end up building out here, and it just makes it a much more sheer to the side. And ostensibly all I do is I just pop these here like this, put some pillars around. I use, I think, yeah, I'll show you the whole thing in the tour in a second. But these little roofs are always a bit of a pain in the arse for me. It just gives you something to sort of just play around. Obviously that's not sheer. And then you can see the gaps, but then we just, and I'll show you one of them just to kind of demonstrate I'm not lying. We can just sort of hide them off with like pillars and just, not pillars, railings rather. And just, you can just sort of hide there. Go down you. Not that far down. And borders to just obsessively plug the gaps basically until you can't actually see up there, and then it just covers it up. Right, what I'm going to do, I know that was a bit of a, actually it does look pretty rammed. The idea is there. I'm going to reload the decorated version and give you lovely people the full tour. One more. And we are done. Yeah, look at it. I had so much fun. Took a good, like, about 2 hours of my stream to... I did do had already done quite a bit of the decoration, but like the fine detailing, it just looks so good. And originally this was going to be a much smaller shack. You see, it's slightly different. I actually realised I think the wall was maybe further back in the original version, but like all of the important steps were shown to you guys, and it just looks, the way it kind of draws the eye as well. And like, and also obviously I'll show you in a sec, but we have actually done some extra bits down there as well since I had to reload the earlier save, basically. Let me show you the upstairs and how that looks. As you can see, like, I mean, you kind of technically, even then you can't really see it, but like, technically the floors are see-through from the bottom. So what I did with the top, so it is a clinic, but the top is where we have our wee little farms and everything. So again, I'm probably going to turn that actually into, spoiler, into a workshop area because, you know, it makes sense given it's the workshop house. And the same thing with that one, it's still going to have a little bit of a growing farm area over the top because it gives you more, you know, thematically I think it looks cool. Let's go inside. Also, I stole the mega surgery sign because my surgery is way more mega than they are. Plus, I also just love putting the windmills everywhere. Let's pop in. Yes, originally it was just going to be loads of like chem stations, and like it was just going to be a chem shack, and then I ended up like, right, actually it needs to be a full-on clinic, doesn't it? I don't have a doctor assigned yet. I know I was going to put an NPC here, but I figured, well, to be honest, they would actually get in the way of me doing the tour. I glitched some curtains in. I quite like. And that's actually the surgery station, which I never ever use, but I just like the look of it. Also, that is a chicken. Do you want to see the chicken? It's just, we found it in the NPC's menu, and everyone was like, oh my god, you have to build a chicken. So there's a chicken outside. I really like the decoration. The poster at the back are from Post of the Commonwealth, which I have done a video on about 8 years ago, because it is a little bit convoluted to get them to go down, but they do look really, really good. But yeah, I love that so much. Like, it's firstly, it's the only fully decorated building in Sanctuary now because I had to restart, but it just, it looks so good, and it completely transforms that area. And I'm definitely going to sort of mimic this kind of to have something there, because I think it will use up that space. That's actually much larger as well, so that won't be the next video. It'll be probably maybe the one afterwards. Actually, next video is probably going to be Sheffield Shack, because he needs somewhere to live, and I haven't invited here yet. Right, firstly, chicken. Quite cool. They're in the Unlock 7 Objects mod under NPCs and animals. We did build these, because I'm not going to do a video on these, so I'll just show you. We've got this little pen for Brahmin. I need to get a Brahmin. It's quite cool. Didn't close. Very sexy. Very, very nice. And I started boarding off that. And then we also built a kennel. This was originally going to be a prison, and I just completely changed my mind. So I've got a kennel now, which we're going to put some like mutant hounds in. I've added an extra farm, which obviously I haven't actually done the farm on yet. And this is actually the jail. It's going to be a prison cell. The idea being that, you know, you're locked in here as a raider, and then there's some vicious animal right there, and I'm going to put a few traps down here as well. So very, very cool. It's looking really good. It's starting to come together. Like the main structures are done. Yeah, we've got workshop house here. Sheffield's house is going to go down over here, I think. And then we just need another structure there. And then it's mostly just building on top of the houses and just making things that look a little bit fancier. Anywho, hope you guys like that. Gave you a few ideas. I know it's been a slight pause since my last actual build video, so apologies for that. Unless something goes wrong again and I have to move house again. Hopefully, we're out of interruptions for at least the next 6 months or so. I love you all. As always, follow me on the socials at norespawns, link in the descriptions. I stream twice a week, usually Fridays and Sundays at 8 PM UK time. Occasionally that moves around if there's, you know, football on or I'm actually socializing with someone on those days. But normally, unless that happens, I will always replace it with a stream either on a different day. I'll have a stream if you're watching this video live on Sunday, and if not, I will speak to you absolutely lovely bunch soon. You take care.